Hi, my name's Toby Pierce, and I'd like to share a devotional thought with you today. In the familiar account of where Jesus talks about the Pharisee and the publican that both go to pray, and the publican, the tax collector is just asking for forgiveness as a sinner, and the Pharisee is talking about how great he is and how he's not like that tax collector. When you hear that, do you ever find yourself thinking, man, I'm glad I'm not like that Pharisee? Well, when we think about comparisons, I've got one for you this today for this devotional talk. That the New Testament refers several times to demons and the things that the demons do. The demons so controlled one man that they lived in a graveyard and didn't wear clothes. That's in Luke 8, verse 27. There's another man's son that in the King James Version and Matthew 17 and verse 15, it says that the demons made him a lunatic. Demons do many other things too, that many of which we're told to do. The demons believe. James tells us, you believe there is one God, you do well. The devils believe and tremble. James 2 and verse 19. Well, certainly there is much more to being a Christian than just believing. The demons confess. Mark 3 and verse 11 says, and unclean spirits, when they saw him, speaking of Jesus, when they saw Jesus, fell down before him and cried, saying, thou art the Son of God. We are also told to confess, Romans 10 and verse 9. But although we are told to believe and confess, we must do more than this, or we're no better than the demons. The demons talk to the Lord. Often they even initiate the conversation. In Matthew 8 and verse 29, they even petition the Lord for mercy. So the demons besought him, saying, if thou cast us out, suffer us to go into the herd of swine. Matthew 8 and verse 31. And the demons obey. Every time the Lord faced the demons to cast them out, they could not face his power, his innocence. Matthew 4:24, Matthew 8:16, Mark 3:22, Luke 4:41, and others. That gives us some idea of who's going to triumph in the end, doesn't it? Revelation 20 and verse 10, God wins. Indeed, the battle has already been won, Hebrews 2 and 14. The demons are not only ones to believe and confess, talk to the Lord, obey the Lord. One day all people will. Romans 14 and verse 11 says, it is written, as I live, says the Lord, every knee shall bow to me, and every tongue confess to God. So what is it that sets Christians apart from demons? We serve the Lord because we want to. We serve God out of love. Not because we're forced to, but because we love him. This was the distinction that God gave mankind in the garden. The right to choose to serve. Paul puts it like this in 1 Corinthians 13. He says that if I have the gift of prophecy and know all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so as to remove mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. And if I give all my possessions to feed the poor, and if I deliver my body to be burned, but do not have love, it profits me nothing. 1 Corinthians 13, verses 2 and 3. Certainly, when you come to God in love. Show God's love to Him. Show your love for God to Him. Show your love for God to others. In your attitude, your behavior, your thoughts, and your heart. I hope you have a blessed day.